thus far. Remember, there was quite a bit that was going on in terms of the Wits process, or rather, should I say, the hashtag Fees Must Fall protest that's been happening. Now, if we remember, unfortunately, or rather some people think it's quite unfortunate that a veteran such as Winnie Madikizela-Mandela has come out saying that she feels that it's at this point in time it's not quite possible for there to be no school increase fees or no free education at all, and students seem to be quite disappointed. Some saying, or rather pleading for their parents to get involved in the hashtag Fees Must Fall, asking them to put on their boots, or rather their struggle boots, and participate in assisting them with the struggle. It is an economic struggle which all students of this day and age, or rather born friends, are feeling at the hardest. This was a promise in the Freedom Charter post-1994, and it seems to not have come to materialize after so many years now in 2016. Now, UCT has invited academic, student, parents and staff to take part in a picket outside the gates of Parliament on Thursday. This was not so long ago, but students involved in the Fees Must Fall protests said they will not be attending the demonstration. Now, remember, this happened quite a couple of days back. Also remembering that the staff at UCT had also decided to come out and protest, but students felt like they were not protest cows and didn't support that movement at all, as they felt it wasn't part of the hashtag Fees Must Fall movement at all. Now, if you remember, this whole fight for Fees Must Fall was triggered once again after the announcement of Minister Bladen Nzimande of Higher Education and Training, after he announced that 8% was the minimum hike for the school students, but they were not happy with that, saying that they still cannot afford, especially the missing middle. It seems to be concern for the missing middle, as they cannot afford these fees and they do not qualify for the NSFAS funding or other government funding at this point in time. Now, we did see a meeting happen yesterday at the Solomon Mahlangu Hall there at Wits. The outcomes, well, not quite defined as yet, but in an attempt to solve the solution. Now, also joining me once again is Victor Magwete on the line. Victor, thank you for joining us once again. Now, what is the students saying at this point? They seem to be marching and they seem to be calm. And we've seen quite a lot of violence, especially in UKZN, where a young student was taken away to hospital and things seem to be calming down, or rather calm this time around. What is that due to? Is it the fact that there was a plea from government and parents, or is it that the students decided to be calm themselves? Do we know yet as to what their actions have been prompted by?
It has to do with the meeting that the students had last night, which broke them down into task teams, into an organized type of system that the students are working on. So it seems the students have decided to go in a strategic type of protest. We can see in the way that they've started today. They started off by, studying and coming together and forming study groups and making sure that they put their education first and make sure that they study ahead of the protest that they started just after 12 p.m. This midday today. So it seems that they've consciously taken a more strategic and more organized protest and strategy towards the protest today. So there hasn't been any type of violence today. The students have been quite organized, working with the police and JMPD to make sure that there isn't any type of violence in delivering the memorandum that they're supposed to deliver to Cosatu.
Well, thank you. That was our ANN7 reporter on the ground at Wits. That is Victor Magwete, who will be giving us more. So stay tuned for any updates on that story.